What's up, everybody? I hope you're all excellent. In this video, I want to do a quick little rundown of my live rig for 2020. Let's start with the guitar. I've got my favorite guitar, my PRS SC245. It's got the stock pickups. It's actually got the stock everything except the machine heads. I've done plenty of videos with this guitar, and if you're familiar with the channel, you hear it all the time. It's in drop C, and I'm using Elixir 10 to 52s. This goes straight into a Fractal Audio Axe-FX III. And as you can see from the screen, we're actually using this for guitar and for bass tones live with Ragdoll, the top row. So going in input 2 is for the bass. There is the Dark Glass B7K model. There is a tone match, which we took from Ryan Sansamp. And then we're using the SV Bass 2 and some York Audio IRs, as you can see right here. It's from the 2x10 cab pack, and there is a little bit of this Recording Studio C reverb. So that's for bass. That runs totally independently of all the guitar stuff, which is amazing. Down here with the guitar stuff, I've got a wah set up to my favorite wah settings. I'm using, for this particular patch, I've got an ADA flanger set up on channel A. On channel B, I think it is the Electric Mistress model. Playing around with these new flanges, they sound great. I've got a drive pedal, a filter block set up to mimic the Fort and Grind settings, and I'm using the Atomica High amp for all the chunky tones with this Marshall, what is that, a tall vintage with greenbacks? That's an IR that I made, I think, with a Royer 121 and a Shure SM7. A little bit of parametric EQ to pull out some harsh frequencies around, 3.8 and 5K. Bit of multi-band compression. There is a parametric EQ in there for my boost and a delay. There's also a little bit of this room reverb. I've also got an alternative output if I don't want that room reverb. I'm controlling everything with the Fractal FC6, which is on the floor, and now I can actually show you some sounds. So this is my straight up heavy rhythm tone. Pretty straightforward stuff there. You can see that the wah auto engages. My chair's really squeaky as well. And this is just a simple press hold on this particular layout. I do have several layouts set up if I want to just access all effects or all scenes. Depending on what is going on, when I press and hold this switch, goes to the lead scene, and that engages a slight boost on the bass sound, which is really nice as well. So Ryan can plug in his bass and not have to worry about anything. It's all automated. The flanger sounds really, really cool on this. I love this ADA flanger sound. And you can press and hold that to choose between that and the Mistress. I've got a delay right here, which again is set to press and hold. I think if I hold it on this scene, it takes me to channel A. And channel B right here, I've got tap tempo too. So channel B is my sort of classic rhythmic delay. And as you can see there, pressing on the grind gives me a great level of extra chunk on there. I've also got a clean scene. I say clean, but it's like clean-ish. On the neck pickup on this guitar, it's really nice. And what I've got as the hold function on this switch here is actually an overdrive pedal, so I can kick that drive in and out. That's kind of like, I remember to press and hold on the clean scene, and I remember to just press on the dirty scene. So pretty straightforward stuff there. The wah's set to auto engage. I love the way that sounds. Obviously use the wah a lot to cover my sloppy playing live. In terms of monitoring, I will show you guys our in-ears rig and how we're running all of that next. Before we take a look at the ears rig, I should mention the perform screen on the Axe-FX III as well, which I find incredibly handy. There is a per preset perform screen, which lets you assign any 10 parameters that you like to the front panel knobs on the Axe-FX III, so it's 2 rows of 5. And there is also a global perform screen. We call this the sound check screen on there because it's very, very handy at sound checks. The per preset perform page, we just have controls for the guitar and the bass amp, so we can tweak them the way you would real rigs. And then on the global perform screen, I've got all the kind of deep features that I need for my guitar rig, like the cab high and low cuts and the delay mix stuff that I tweak depending on the PA and depending on the room we're playing through. I don't know why I thought this was a good idea to do it on the floor, but here we are. This is the Behringer XR18, which we use to mix our in-ears and to mix front of house. When necessary, you can control everything with a tablet, which is exactly what we do. This is a cheap little Lenovo tablet running it over Wi-Fi. It's really, really handy. There is the Sennheiser G4 wireless in-ears, which I have a receiver pack for right here. Looks something like this. Very, very light, really, really solid. Haven't had any issues with it at all so far. For in-ears, I'm using the Shure SE215s, the cheapest ones possible. I did have some expensive AudioFly in-ears and they disintegrated in my ears last gig, so I've gone on to the Shures and they sound great and they actually fit in my ears a little bit better and they were significantly cheaper. So there you go, the stock Shure SE215s. They sound fantastic. One little trick that I have just discovered with this is on the guitar in-ears bus, which I think I can do like this. You guys can see that. Just do that. Put a little bit of high cut and a little bit of low cut in there and it sounds so much better in your ears. It's a lot more controlled. You don't get as much ear fatigue either. So I like that on that bus there. Obviously there's only one wireless transmitter. Myself and Ryan, our singer bass player, we share the same in-ears mix. And again, I haven't had any problems with it. I would love to move over to a system where we've got 2 of these. I'm sure we'll do it at some point. But as you can see, it's all really, really easy. There's a little microphone splitter in the back as well if we need that. And that's how we run our in-ears. And like I said, when we're playing small places, which we do kind of more often than not, we can also run our PA from all of this. So man, this mix has just really, really, really changed things for us together with the Axe-FX. It's such a cool, easy to control, you know, relatively compact system. We can fly with this and we're not going to get slugged with, you know, excess baggage fees or anything like that. And we have consistency from gig to gig. And believe me, once you've kind of been gigging for a while, consistency is all you ask for. It's a beautiful thing, and this rig delivers that in spades. As you can see, the wonders of modern technology there. This rig is so compact, so lightweight. All we have to do is take our instruments, plug them in, put our ears in. Obviously, the drummer has the hardest time, poor Cam. He has to take his whole kit along to gigs. But this rig is really, really great. It scales from anything to like a really small club, which we play a lot. So when you play into 10 people, you can bring everything right down so that, you know, when they're eating their dinner and enjoying their squid rings, they're not going to get angry at you while they're watching the cricket. And you can also take this rig and play a big festival with it, which, you know, we don't do very often. But when you do, it's pretty awesome to hear these sounds at mega volumes. So, and everything in between, obviously, which is kind of nice. So there you go. That is my live rig for 2020. Any questions, please let me know in the comments. I will see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.